I don't look at it like I struggled or he struggled. They had a good game plan, making us get off the ball. Especially for me, man, it was super in the gaps. I made the right play all night, so I don't really look at it like I struggled. I didn't get enough shots.
Getting real good. Playoffs getting real good. And there's a lot of pressure on Anthony Edwards. You know, a lot of people been giving him a lot of scrutiny, saying that he's not really producing, you know, not really showing a lot of high energy. And they feel like he's not really being the face of the NBA, which, you know, he clearly said that he don't want to be the face of NBA. And a lot of people compare Anthony Ant-Man to Michael Jordan. You know, I see a little similarities, but not that much. You have Rudy Gobert at 13. I feel like he can step it up just a little bit more. Edwards had 16. And I feel like in order for Anthony to really contribute and help his team, he's going to have more than 30. I truly believe that's the only way they're going to be able to win against OKC. Mike Conley had 6. He's going to have to step up. You also have Naz Reid had 11, which he's going to have to step up a little bit more. And then you have Jaden McDaniels. He did a pretty good job last game. He had 22. And I feel like he can contribute a little bit more. But in order for them to win, they most definitely have to get Anthony Edwards involved early. He's going to have to come out, be very dynamic. He's going to have to get all of his role players involved. Mike Conley is going to have to step up. You know, I know he's a vet. He's a seasoned vet. But he most definitely going to have to score more than 6. They're going to have to get their offensive rebounds. They're going to have to play tighter D. And then as far as OKC, they're going to continue to target Ant-Man. Continue to play a lot of good defense on him. And I truly believe by them doing that is really keeping him from not scoring like the way he wanted to score. And I noticed he had to really pass the ball off a lot when he tried to drive into the paint. He's not able to go in hard like he would normally go in. Like when they played Denver, he was able to clash the boards. But he's unable to go in because of OKC. They have a lot of dominance. And their defense is very elite. They're preventing their star player, Anthony, from driving into the hole. It really forced him to pass the ball. Y'all notice every time he go into the hole, he passing the ball off instead of him coming in like the way he normally come in. Like when they played Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets, to me, their defense weren't that tight like the way the Thunder is. I mean, they're very elite on all angles. And that's why a lot of people are projecting them to be the 2025 champions. Because it's getting real good. It'll be real big tonight. Because they're going to be playing in OKC. They're going to be at home. The Thunder will be at home. And I believe if the Timberwolves cannot capitalize on their offensive defense, get their role players involved, and also involving their X factors. And I feel like their X factors for Timberwolves will most definitely be Mike Conley Jr. And then also you looking at Nickeil Alexander-Walker. You know, you do have to bring in Naz Reid, make sure that he's contributing. If those players can click and get Anthony Edwards involved early, I know he's only one man. Okay, he's not Superman. But Julius gonna have to get started early. They cannot become fixated on the 3-point range. They're gonna have to go in and play real street ball. Because when you have OKC Thunder, the Thunder know how to shut down all of that interior ball playing. So they're gonna have to mix and match. They're going to have to hit some perimeter shots. They're going to have to go into the paint and try to get every point that they can get, because every point count. Free throws. They're going to have to board their turnovers. And when you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, when you have SGA, he's the MVP. When you have an MVP like SGA, he's so dynamic. I mean, he can beat you both ways, offensively and defensively. He's very hard to contain. I mean, he's so slick when he go into the paint, and it's very hard to stop him. So he had 40 last game. So when you have SGA scoring 40, it's going to be kind of hard to win those games, especially when you have your role players. When you have your Jalen Williams, J-Bug. He coming in scoring 34 last game. You had Chet at 21. Chet is really coming in, distributing. And then you also have other players such as Isaiah Joe. He wasn't really contributing last game. But you do have Alex Caruso. He's another player who can really come in and start bringing a lot of high energy, getting the Timberwolves to force over turnovers and steals. He know how to really get in and manipulate the game. And it's really going to be a dog fight tonight. And I'm projecting OKC to go ahead and close it out tonight. You know, I'm looking at all of the past games and how they're producing, and they're bringing a lot of high energy every game. And by them being at home, I believe they're just going to go ahead and shut it out. They're going to go ahead and close it out tonight. I truly believe OKC will shut it out. Because right now they have momentum on their side, and they're ready to go ahead and keep it going. They're ready to go ahead and play against whoever's going to win between New York and Indiana Pacers. It's going to be a real good dog match tonight, y'all.